Has time run out on Zeke with the Cowboys?
That's the easiest question you gonna ask me all day. Ding! Time is up. The reason time is up is like, my guy has gotten worse each year for the last 5 years. Typically when we say that, that's hyperbole. Oh, they're getting worse each and every time they get. Ezekiel Elliott has literally gotten worse every year for the last 5 years, but he's really fallen off the cliff since he signed the deal. Now, this might sound hot take-ish. How can you say time is up? Zeke just signed a $90 million deal a year and a half or 2 years ago. Let me draw a parallel for you all. Zeke was drafted in 2016, first round. Todd Gurley was drafted in 2015, first round. At the same age of 25 years old, Todd Gurley, after he signed a big deal, he got let loose by the Rams. Ezekiel Elliott, it also looks like he is on that similar parallel, that similar trajectory. Zeke has regressed in a terrible way. Think about this also, fellas. This was when they needed you most, Zeke. Like, when the going gets tough, they say the tougher is supposed to get going. Big-time players make big-time plays, and big-time. I can give you any single football cliche that tells you Zeke is supposed to start balling right now, specifically when Dak got hurt. But when Dak got hurt, Zeke got worse. Zeke has the 6th most touches, most carries in the NFL, but is 11th in rushing yards. Of all running backs who meet the criteria, he's 32nd, I believe, in yards per attempt. It doesn't make sense to believe that time has not expired on Zeke. I have been waiting all season for Zeke to turn the corner. I've been waiting for Zeke to turn the corner. I said that the Cowboys would be better as a team after Dak got hurt because I believed in Zeke that much, and still was let down. I'm not even sure if Zeke's the best running back currently on the Cowboys roster. I do think the time is up on Zeke.
Oh, I'm certain he's not the best running back on the roster. It's Tony Pollard. We all know that. Yeah, time's run out in terms of how you're going to perceive who Ezekiel Elliott is. Remember Ezekiel Elliott, 2016, 4th overall pick, franchise player, like their marketing piece. When you look at the Cowboys, a lot of people think of the quarterback in Dak Prescott. A lot of that's just because of his contract conversation. But in reality, Ezekiel Elliott was the one because they were thinking when they first drafted Zeke, okay, we're going to have Romo and Zeke. We're going to start getting our little 3-piece again like we did in the great Cowboy years. And that didn't come to fruition. Dak Prescott obviously took over for Tony Romo, and Zeke hit the ground running. But as Acho pointed out, time's up, big dog. They look for you when you're that productive early in your career. They reward you with the money. They look for that production level to not only stand pat or increase, enhance, because now you have the money and now you know you have our support and all of our investment in you. What has Zeke done since he got the money? Regress. And you look at a situation now where Ezekiel Elliott finds himself, where's the leadership? We don't have our QB1. We don't have our QB2. We don't even have a QB3. But Zeke, we have you. I know the offensive line is in shambles. It is not living up to its name because of injuries. I understand we have a potent wide receiver core, but we don't have the quarterback right now. So what we need is something dependable. What they don't have is Ezekiel Elliott being dependable. So I got to throw up this full screen that just highlights how bad Ezekiel Elliott's been year by year. He started off fast. You almost got to start at the bottom of this one to see the greatness, because if you see it right now at the top level, regression to the fullest definition. So Zeke, hate to say it, big dog, but the way that they thought of you and the way that they will think of you has drastically changed.
I got to disagree with both of you guys. And let me first start off by addressing the Todd Gurley comparison. It's not comparable because Todd Gurley didn't show durability physically. And I think that it opened up the conversations after he got his contract as to how they were going to handle the situation going forward with Todd Gurley. And he was clearly phased out of being a part of that offense long before they chose to let him go. To address the idea that Zeke has regressed and has become worse by the numbers is true, but it's also misleading and it's mistelling because this team has regressed as well. Now, I don't have no full screen stats to pull up about how the team has underachieved. That's on you. I'm not a host. I'm just here being an analyst. So I don't have very much time to do all those things. But with that being said, this team has regressed. And when you look at the success that he had early on in his career, it was clear that you had to shift your attention to stopping one aspect of the Dallas Cowboys offense, which was their running attack. Make them win the game in the air. We have not seen them be able to do that, even though we've seen Zeke had successful seasons. Because of how large his dead cap space is at 13.7, he gets another year. I don't think his time has run out yet. He gets another year.
Come on, L.A. Now, look. You can't make your argument the fact that the Cowboys have regressed, and as a result, Zeke has regressed, because now we got to play that old age question of what came first, the chicken or the egg. What regression caused what regression? I would submit that Zeke's regression has caused in large part, the Cowboys' regression. LaVar, sometimes when you're a statistician, as I like to think of myself, as I'm a stat guy, I like numbers, LA, because numbers can back up a point. Sometimes you see numbers that make your jaw hit the ground. And I was looking today, LaVar, of the top 20 players in the NFL leading the NFL in fumbles, the list of the top 20 fumble leaders in the NFL. 18 are quarterbacks. One is a center for the Baltimore Ravens, and one is Ezekiel Elliott. 18 are quarterbacks, then there's a center, and then there is Zeke in the top 20. Mind you, Zeke is at 6. Zeke's not like 19 or 20. He's right there at 6. So if you're going to talk to me about the Cowboys' collective regression, then you have to talk to me about Zeke leading the charge for this collective regression by the Cowboys as well.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's leading the charge. Actually, I think that the injuries are leading the charge, and I think that us not knowing if Dak Prescott could be that franchise quarterback in regular game moments, not in garbage time moments, as to what this team was going to look like. And I think that that's the catalyst of all of this. Listen, I don't know how good you've been in your career, Acho. I know Marcellus at one point in time, you said in New York you were the guy. So let's just think back to when you were in Columbia, or even at your Pro Bowl years in the league. If there wasn't somebody else on that defense that was commanding the attention of what was going on, you were going to get a tackle fanning. You were going to get a guard waiting. And, for your troubles, you're going to have a running back waiting to chip you. And back in our day, it's possible that an actual fullback could have been in the backfield and they were waiting for you as well. I have been in positions where I have been blocked by 4 dudes in one singular play. So the point that I'm making is that if you don't have the ability to take that attention and take that bullseye and make it a much smaller bullseye on your franchise guy, then you have to be looking at the fact that this team is not performing at a high enough level to actually give Ezekiel Elliott that fair opportunity to thrive as the running back for this team currently.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for 2 reasons. One, we know of running backs, Christian McCaffrey comes to mind of late. You go all the way back to our days when Barry Sanders, where they didn't have good teams. You didn't even care about the quarterbacks. But then you were like, yo, that guy, we have to stop him.
Hold on now.
And we still couldn't always stop him.
They couldn't win games. Barry Sanders had some Herman Moore gave them the elements. They had Johnny Morton.
Bro, we ain't got to go fact check the names. I'm saying that did they win?
But what I'm saying is, no, they didn't win, but it was enough balance in the way that they were calling plays where Barry Sanders had an opportunity to run the ball.
Here's the thing. No one dives into the weeds when you're making second most amount of money at your position. And I've been there when I was second most to Michael Strahan in terms of position. And when I had the numbers, I never had these kind of conversations about me or with me. But when I didn't, you know what they started to whisper? This is how it starts. And I know I'm trying to help Ezekiel because I've been that guy before. This is how it starts. Oh, we understand, Wiley. We got rid of Perella and Junior Seau and Rodney Harrison. It's just you. You're getting double team, triple team. Don't sweat it, big dog. And then it gets into a conversation. Oh, we know you're playing out of position.
It's true.
I'm going to tell you how the story ends. This is how the story ends. Oh, we're going to have to let you go because you know how much money you're making and you really didn't make up for the deficiencies that we had. So if we're going to pay you more to cover up some of the warts on this team, you got to cover them up. You can't be the same Ezekiel Elliott in your rookie year on a rookie deal, having 48 10-plus yard rushes, and this year only 13.
Talk about it.
You can't have 20-plus yard rushes, 14 your rookie year, and now only one. And on that one, you lost the ball, it was a fumble. And blame Dak Prescott, and blame the passing attack, and blame injuries, because you are showing that this sports car does not rev the same no matter what's around it.
He needs more support, and that's what it comes down to. You guys are acting as though he doesn't need any support.
You can't get more support
and that's fine.
and all the money.
The money doesn't equate to him having the support that he needs to have the success that everybody's looking for. The price tag dictates how we're viewing him, and that's fine. But that price tag will also give him an opportunity to at least have one more season, because I don't think that there's
I'm not
trade
saying he's
value
getting benched or he's going to be out of there. I'm saying they're perceiving you differently, and that starts you down that slippery slope of, if you're eating up this much cap space, but you're not covering up deficiencies, guess what? You can't eat up that much cap space, because we need to get other players that can hopefully cover up some of those deficiencies. That's the conundrum. I understand where you're coming from.
It is a conundrum.
But there is a problem when you make that much money and don't make that many plays.